Chapter 10 Pavement of Gold. Long time ago, in a remote village of Maharashtra, lived a boy who was very poor. His name was Rahul. His mother and father had died. There was no one to look after him, and very often he had to stay hungry. As a small boy, he used to do petty jobs for the people of his village, and in return he got some food to eat. In spite of his poverty, he never gave up his honesty and integrity. Even hunger never prompted him to steal. For this very dignified nature of his, he was loved by each and every one in the village. He had heard stories from the village elders that far away there was a place called Mumbai, where the streets were paved with gold and all the people were very rich. One day, while he was sitting under the shade of a tree, engrossed in his childish thoughts, an idea flashed in his mind. He smiled and said to himself, "One day I will go to Mumbai and dig up as much gold as I can from the streets there and become a rich man." But the problem was, how could he ever reach Mumbai? Who would take him to that distant heaven on earth? Gloom again descended on his face, and he walked aimlessly on the village road, determined to go to Mumbai one day. One fine morning, Rahul met a friendly taxi driver who lived in the same village. He smiled at Rahul and said, "Hi Rahul, I'm going to Mumbai. Would you like to accompany me? It is a long journey and I would love to have you accompany." Rahul instantly agreed to his proposal and off they went. After travelling for 3 days, they reached Mumbai. Rahul's eyes widened to see hundreds of well-dressed people, tall buildings and lots of cars and buses. But to his utter disappointment, he could see no gold paved on the streets. All he could see was concrete streets everywhere. He was worried. He questioned himself, "How am I going to make a fortune? How am I going to buy food for my survival?" But finding no answer to these questions, he was disheartened. A few days passed by. One day he was so hungry that he fell on the doorsteps of a rich merchant and became unconscious. Seeing him sleeping on the doormat, the servant of the merchant tried to wake him up with a broom and shouted, "You stinking beggar, go away from here. This is not an orphanage, and never show your face again." At that very moment, the rich merchant happened to come back to his house. Seeing poor Rahul in such a state, he felt pity on him. He ordered his servant, "Take this little boy in the house and first give him some food to eat." After Rahul had eaten his food and taken rest, the merchant gave him a job in his house. He was asked to help the cook in the kitchen. Rahul was very grateful to the merchant and thanked him. The cook was jealous of young Rahul because he was loved by the merchant. He used to mistreat Rahul and even hit and pinch him sometimes. Rahul was given a room in the house to sleep. Rahul was so much indebted to the rich merchant that he provided his best services to his master. He never ever informed his master about the ill treatment he had to bear in the kitchen. Soon he learned to cook delicious food and became a well-trained cook himself. By his honesty and devotion, he became the most trusted servant of the merchant. With the passing of years, Rahul became a grown-up, healthy young man. Now he used to manage the kitchen all by himself, and the old cook was given petty jobs to do. The merchant too loved to eat the food cooked by Rahul. The rich merchant had many businesses. He had a very famous restaurant in Mumbai. It was always fully packed with customers. Once the main cook of the restaurant fell ill. His condition became so serious that doctors advised him to take bed rest for 6 months. He had to leave for his village on the same day. Now this was a matter of great concern for the merchant. He was worried. He thought, how could he ensure the proper running of his restaurant? That night, when the merchant was sitting on the dining table to eat dinner, he looked worried and tense. Rahul, while serving food, asked the merchant, "Sir, what makes you look worried today?" The merchant told Rahul the whole story about the cook. "Is that all?" said Rahul with a smile. "Let me take care of the kitchen of the restaurant." The merchant was relieved to hear this. Next morning, Rahul left early for the restaurant. Before the merchant could reach the restaurant, he had taken control of the kitchen. Because of his good behavior, other cooks in the kitchen respected and cooperated with him in all possible ways. The customers were very happy to be served with better food. Business increased and the merchant was so happy that he made Rahul the in charge of the restaurant. By his sheer hard work, Rahul won over the trust and patronage of the customers. He set up a chain of restaurants in Mumbai and even in towns nearby. All this made the merchant love and adore Rahul more and more. The merchant had only one daughter. He married his daughter to Rahul and all lived happily. One day, the whole family was sitting together in the drawing room. Rahul said, "When I was a young boy, the village elders used to say that streets of Mumbai are made of gold. When I came here, it was not so. Was it true in the past?" The merchant smiled and said, "Rahul, my dear son, even today the streets of Mumbai are made of gold. There are ample opportunities to grow and prosper here. Opportunities are more precious than gold. The price of gold may fall in due course of time, but opportunities are always precious for those who recognize them and can use them for their own benefit and for the benefit of others." The merchant further continued, "Look here, you came to Mumbai, walked on the streets and reached my house. Today you are a rich owner of a chain of restaurants. So, didn't you collect gold from the streets of Mumbai? A. Put a tick on the correct option.